Welcome to another episode of Muscle Meals with Steve. Today we're going to be making Sicilian style chicken cacciatore. It's really terrific, so stay tuned. Let's get in the kitchen, start chopping. Okay, so we're ready to start our chicken cacciatore. I'm starting out with 4 to 6 chicken thighs and 4 to 6 chicken legs. That's the way I normally make the recipe. But today I'm just going to make it with the thighs because that's what I had on hand. But feel free to use any other kind of chicken, but chicken with bone in is best. So I've already taken the time to remove the skin and any fat off of my chicken thighs. And I've taken 2 tablespoons of olive oil and put it into a saute pan. And we're just going to pop them in there. Turn it up a little higher. And just cook them till they're golden brown on each side. About 2 minutes on each side will be more than enough because we're going to put them back into a sauce so that they'll cook even further. This is just to get them brown. So I'm going to work on I'm actually making 12 chicken thighs today. So I'll work on frying those, show you what they look like while it's in process, and then I'll come back. Okay, hopefully you can see that the chicken is turned brown. I've already flipped it over. Now I'm going to work on the second side. And then I have another batch that has to go in. So as soon as this batch is done, I'll move it to my plate. And then we'll move on from there. And just as a reminder, always, when you work with raw poultry, Clorox or bleach down any of the work surfaces that came in contact, all the utensils, cutting board, plates, knives, everything. Just a quick wipe down with some water and Clorox, and that will disinfect the area. You don't want to contaminate your next items. Okay, so my chicken is completed, and during the break I chopped up 2 cups of onions, 4 garlic cloves, and 1 cup of celery. And I've been sauteing the onions and garlic for about 5 minutes. So it's getting a nice golden brown color. And I did that in about a tablespoon of olive oil. And now I'm going to add the 1 cup of chopped celery. And we're going to continue to saute this for about another 5 minutes. And then we have a list of 8 ingredients that all go in together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare those ingredients and put them into a bowl and then just pour them in, but I'll read them off to you to tell you what they are. And of course, as usual, at the end of the video, there is a list of the ingredients for you in case I either miss something or misquote it. And so I'll let this cook up for about another 4 minutes, and I'll come back and we'll continue forward. As you can see, these are your ingredients: vinegar, capers, olives, diced tomatoes, fresh basil and parsley, bay leaf, and a red pepper. Okay, we're ready to add all of our other ingredients, which is a ½ a cup of red wine vinegar. We're going to put that in first. Then we're going to add in our freshly chopped parsley and basil. About a ½ a cup freshly chopped basil. And about a ½ cup of parsley. Then we're going to add in our ¼ cup of capers and ¼ cup of green olives. I use the ones with the pepper on the inside. Those were sliced. Excuse me. We're going to add in 128, or in this case I have 2 14-ounce cans of chopped tomatoes. We added a tablespoon of sugar. And we're going to mix that all up, bring it to a slight boil. One last ingredient. We're going to put in a couple of dashes of fresh red pepper. Now this you can add to your liking, depending on how spicy you like to eat your food. So we're going to mix that all up, bring it to a boil, and then we're going to put the chicken back in the pan, and we're going to cover it, reduce the heat down to medium-low, probably low for most, depends on what kind of cooktop you have. For me, I put it on 2 lights, which is kind of like a medium-low. Add the chicken, cover it, and cook it for 20 minutes. Simmer it for 20 minutes. And then we'll take the cover off and we'll simmer it for another 25 minutes and it will be ready to go. I add bay leaves. I don't know if I told you to add 2 or 3 dried bay leaves into that as well. Okay, well I'm going to add my chicken back and we'll be back in 20 minutes to see how it looks. So we've been simmering our chicken for 20 minutes with the cover on. Now we're going to take the cover off and simmer it for 25 minutes. And let me show you what it looks like. There you go. Get a great view of the chicken bubbling in the pot with the capers and the olives and the tomatoes. So in 25 minutes it'll be done, and then we'll just cover it and we're going to make some white rice with it and be ready to eat. So there you have it, another episode of Muscle Meals with Steve, Sicilian chicken cacciatore. Enjoy and have a great evening. Remember, healthy life through healthy cooking.